welcome back. So today we've got a package arrived from ZLC Collectibles, as you can see there. So let's open it up and see what we got. I know that it's time for Mego Wave 13, so could be one of the figures I ordered from Wave 13. Let's take a look here. Right here. Order from ZLC Collectibles. Oh, this is cool. An exclusive card letting you know about the exclusive to ZLC Rocky Balboa in sweatsuit Mego. Very nicely done. Nice card. Very nice card. All right. So let's unpack and see what we've got. What we have here is the 14-inch new 2021 Mego Batman. All right. And as you can see from the packaging, we've got a Batarang, a grapnel, a pair of fists, and the overall figure itself. Very nice, very nice. All right, so now let's do a comparison between the 2018 first release Mego Batman and the new 2021 release Mego Batman. And let's see how they compare, shall we? First, let's do the packaging. Our first release, of course, standard coffin style type box, front window plane, information, side graphics of figures soon to be released, back. I like the different design cutout here, which allows you to see more of the actual figure from all sides, not just the front. Let's compare it to the back sides now. Here in the back side, we've still got the same larger graphic of Batman in that new 52 design. 14-inch action figure. 14-point articulation. Collect them all. And here we've got Superman, Aquaman, and looks like they're adding Black Manta. But of course we know Black Manta's been long sold out, so probably no possibility of getting that done or seen out in retail ever again. And then the other side of the box there in comparison. So let's set aside the 2018 release, and now let's take a look and gander at this new release here. Right off the bat, no pun intended, the head sculpt looks very nice. Let's take a look at this and see in comparison. So we'll open up our 2018 first. Bringing him out of the box. Okay. And as you can see, the 2018 had its share of problems. I'm going to bring in a naked Zod to illustrate what those problems are. Problem at the torso that made the body super floppy. Of course, the dye always goes on to these figures from the costuming. Legs are a bit floppy and wonky. And looking at it on the Batman, see that peg there needs to either be grip right in that torso, or it needs to be much shorter and tighter to prevent that. Okay. Of course, he does have a bit of a problem to stand on his own. But now let's open up our newest Batman and let's see what's fixed and what isn't. Give him a slight arch in his leg to help him stand up. All right. So, what do we have included in the box? In the box, we have included a grapple, a batarang, a pair of fists, and of course he comes with his open hands. So let's give it a comparison and see what we have. Those of you out there that are like, I can't believe he's opening his figure. Yes, I open up all my figures. I am an opener. All right. So now I better look at the actual molded plastic tray. And there is that grapnel, which is the same grapnel that came with the 70s detective version of this Batman. A small batarang that looks like it fits more of the 8-inch figure than this figure. We'll see what it looks like when it's in his hands. So let's get these ties cut off. Okay. All right. Just put that aside for now. So let's do some comparisons. Right off the bat, again, no pun intended, the figure stands a lot better and is quick to stand than the previous version. They learned from the cape. The cape is an almost duplicate of the SDCC black Batman, which I also have on my shelf. And that cape sits just about like this, which is, you know, a vast improvement over our 2018 Batman. Belts. Belts are pretty much the same. This is a lighter yellow color versus this, which is a heavier and darker yellow color. The gauntlets are, of course, same standard Mego gauntlets for the figure in this line. The open hands here are actually a lot nicer because you don't have the fingernails sculpted in, so it actually looks like gloved hands. If you can pull back and get that sleeve hidden there. Same on this side. Because here it looks like it's just a pair of dyed, regular flesh-colored hands because you can see the detail of fingernails. Whereas these are definitely correct hands. Now let's look at the head. Head sculpt on this original Batman opposed to this Batman. In comparison between the two, the ears on the 2018 Batman are a lot taller than the one on the newer 2021 release. The chin I think is much better sculpted on the 2021 than the 2018 release. It's definitely wider across. This is much taller, but that's much wider. The brow, of course, is about the same. Now let's sit, if we can. Boots are the standard Mego plastic boots, same as the 2018, so nothing changed there. And the bat emblem, of course, matches more of the current style bat emblem than this, which looks more like the silver, not the Silver Age, but yeah, definitely the Silver Age without the yellow oval, for sure. Okay, so the body itself, again, is sturdy, just barely any rock. See, watch them abs. Way much looser due to that original body that had that terrible floppy torso. In fact, let's take a look and see what this Batman's torso looks like here. Being uber careful with the belt. All right, so yeah, that can definitely be a little bit rosier, if you will. Not quite Ghost Bones color, but definitely could use a little bit more of the reddish tone, like in the 2018 release. All right, so let's get to this new body, shall we? All right. Remove the belt. We're going to use a jeweler screwdriver. To just lift the buckle strap up. The belt, thinner, not as dark as the original belt. It's decent. Going with the pull down of the suit. Okay. And removing the gauntlets. Man, you have to be careful with removing these gauntlets because these edges are pretty sharp and they will catch on the suit material. Okay, pull this out here. So the arms are much like G.I. Joe, the original 12-inch G.I. Joe style, where they're plug in to the forearm. And if you can see that, bring it a little closer here. If you can see that, also much like the Type S, where it plugs in and therefore gives you that arm swivel in the forearm. Pretty nice. It could use swivel biceps, I mean, because all you're going to get is up, down, top, there. The Mego shorts and the Mego stamp on the shorts. The torso is now a ball, much like a marble, and so it keeps it together, gives it the ability to twist on a 360, but takes care of the whole floppy that happened before. Now, the reason why I say it could use swivel biceps is because if you've ever seen Batman the animated series, you know, Batman will stand up on a rooftop and he'll cross his arms and the cape will drape over the front. This is about as close as it's going to get. Swivel biceps would definitely bring them in a lot tighter to the chest. I mean, it's a nice improvement because we didn't have it on the 2018, but it's one of those things that when you think of a perfect Batman figure, that's one of those things that you want in a Batman figure, the ability to do that pose. So this doesn't mean it's a top Batman figure, but it just means it's a good Batman figure. The hands also, I just noticed, don't have the detail of looking like repainted flesh colored hands. The 2018 has that, and you could see the actual fingernails in the hands, but these actually are molded so they actually look like gloves. It's little details like that that really help sell the figure. It's like, oh yeah, they actually made decent hands that look like gloves and aren't just stock repaint. Yep, definitely stands a whole lot better than the 2018s. And in comparison, nope, it's my fault. In comparison, you know, trying to get Zod to stand is a chore and a half. You know. Now, the other thing I heard about with this new body is double jointed knees, and yep, there they are. Standard, just like any Marvel Legends or any modern 6-inch figure, that double jointed knee that enables him to get that leg way up there. The boots are standard Mego boots. Nothing new to see there. Yeah, you could definitely use a little bit more flesh coloring in the face. All right, let's see if we can't get these back on. That sharpness always worries me because it's like it'll catch on the material if you're not careful. All right, and there it goes. Nice. Let's reapply the belt. One thing about the belt that has always worried me since even this release, the pockets, which are what is in between the capsules of the belt, only measure about 1 centimeter. It would be nice if they were about 1.5 centimeters. Give it a little bit more height, because we all know that these are pockets in between the capsules, and that would actually make it look right, especially on this figure. I mean, this is fine for an 8-inch, but on a 14-inch, it really needs to be a little bit taller. All right. Thread that back. Okay. Yeah. Because, I mean, if it was taller, that wouldn't look so bad. If you have the cape off, you can really notice, like, yeah, that really needs to be a little bit taller there. It doesn't sit quite right on the waist. But the cape on, that hides the back, plays in the illusion that it's right, quote unquote right. So, oh, Frankenstein wanted to come join the party. All right. Okay. Cape definitely falls along in the same style of the Silver Age Batman they released, as well as the SDCC all black Batman. But yeah, if you were trying to get that dramatic dun 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 Batman on the rooftop, cape isn't quite there, arms aren't quite there, but yeah. I've got a little nicks in my cape where it wasn't cut even, but are not too noticeable. But they are noticeable in the right light. So. Okay, back to the tray. Just gonna focus back there, like so. Okay, let's look at the accessories now. Accessories. Here is our grapple. Standard grapple that we got with the Silver Age blue and gray Batman. It's all one piece now. That one you could break apart, but this one is all molded as one piece. The other one was kind of cool because you could take it apart and make a batarang out of it. It just has it as a 2-hook grapple, and then have like a little silver batarang to go with it. Fists are not that much different than any other Mego hand. Stem, pin, and fist. Probably a simple boil and pop at the wrist to switch them out. Batarang looks to be very small. Looks to be like the same batarang that comes with the 8-inch figure. In fact, I'll borrow Carl Weathers here. Yeah, see that? You can actually see that's an 8-inch batarang. So why we got an 8-inch batarang for a 14-inch figure, I don't know, Davey. But yeah, that should not be. That definitely should be much bigger, like the batarang that came with this figure. In fact, just to dip in here for a second. This is definitely more scaled for a 14-inch figure. So now let's see which looks better in the hands here. We give him the much larger batarang, or we give him the 8-inch batarang. Womp womp. Yep. Yeah, this one right here, much better. Makes more sense. That one, I'm saying no. You may have a different opinion than mine, but yeah, that's scale for 8-inch. This looks terrible in his hands. This looks perfect. We need more of these. Somebody should start making and selling these. That's what I do. Okay. There we go. All right. All right. Let's get him boxed back up and I'll give you my final thoughts. So, final thoughts. Is it an improvement over the 2018 release? I would say definitely, certainly, in terms of body. They've definitely corrected the issues with the torso, so there isn't any floppiness. The body definitely feels more solid, so that helps with it being able to stand and pose. The packaging is definitely an improvement also. This is a more collector-friendly display packaging. This here is more for, you know, a kid-style packaging that's going to be ripped open, thrown away. The accessories are nice. Batarangs too small, but that's nice. What else? What else? What else? What else? That's really about it. That's really about it. I don't have really much else to say. It's a nice Batman figure. It's a modern Batman figure. Yeah. Price points: $18, $35. Yeah. Personally, I like it. Am I in love with it? Not really. There are a few things that I definitely would change to make it to where I'd be like, oh golly gee whiz, wow, I'm in love with it. The belt needs swivel biceps. Better styling on the cape, so we get that nice dramatic pose that Batman's known for with the crossed arms. And a little bit more rosiness in the flesh part of the paint app. Outside of that, that belt. Outside of that, though, it's a pretty solid figure, pretty solid release. I got mine at ZLC Collectibles. $35 plus, of course, there are always $4.99 flat rate shipping. 14-inch Batman for 2021. I'll leave you with a few comparison shots. But as I always like to say, definitely buy what you like. Don't let anyone steal your toy joy. Don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot enjoy. If it doesn't bring you happiness, don't buy it. Until next time, fellow collectors. See you soon.